What's up, y'all? Capone Tony here, and welcome to another Ever Crisis video. So it is content update day in Ever Crisis. We have a few things going on right now. We have a new critical threat crash battle. We have a new chapter in the First Soldier, part 2. It's like chapter 3 now. And we have a new content banner. New banner, another feature banner, the third feature banner in a row. And to kind of get this out of the way right off the bat, I think this is a very easy skip. I think it's a lot different than a lot of people were thinking this is going to be. But yeah, let's get into it. It's Yuffie. As we have the Bunny Apron for Yuffie. So yeah, it's literally an apron. It kind of has a little bit of a ninja kind of aesthetic to it too. She has the black gloves, black bunny ears. The color scheme, it kind of reminds me of like Alice in Wonderland, but it's just like a different color scheme, right? If you look that up, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, I actually think the costume's kind of cute. I actually kind of like how it looks. So yeah, Bunny Apron, we get physical and magic wards, so just physical and magic defense plus 50%. That's always nice to have on a costume. And then we get Ribbon Rabbit Ears, which is when granting physical attack down, max potency tier +1. Only affects the max tier. So Angeal kind of got something like this in his 1.5 year anniversary costume, but that one was working with physical defense. This one is for physical attack down, which means that Yuffie here, the Watch of the Hunt, has a physical attack down weapon, but it also does more stuff too. So this is what the unexpected part of this banner. Magic Lightning, when a physical lightning guild battle just got announced, but interesting. But anyway, Watch of the Hunt. So Lightning Ninjutsu does 340% magic lightning damage AOE. Physical attack is decreased low to mid, all enemies. And then when 70% HP or more, physical defense is increased as well, low to mid. So it is a physical attack AOE decrease and a physical defense up AOE. So it's actually a really nice utility weapon here. It's just why does Yuffie have it? You know, because he's mainly a DPS character, right? So very interesting that she got something like this. HP and magic ability potency are the R abilities, which also another kind of odd combination. But anyway, at OB1, 390% magic lightning damage AOE. Physical attack, yeah, it's the same thing, low to mid, except it's the potency, or the duration's a little bit longer. Our abilities are 42 and 15, so you get 42 points in HP at just OB1, which is really high. Magic attack, and circle sigil boost are the support slots. OB6, you'll get 480% magic lightning damage AOE with mid to high on the P attack buff, and then mid to high on the physical defense buff. So with her costume, she can pretty much cast this twice and be able to do physical attack down extra high on all the enemies, right? So this is the first character in the game that will be able to do a physical attack down extra high buff naturally, with, you know, as long as you have her costume on. 54, 27 on the R abilities here for HP and magic ability potency, and then you go to OB10, we're at 62, 39. That's a lot of HP. And then you get physical attack down, same thing, mid to high, duration 30 seconds, 20 seconds for the physical defense. So yeah, I think it's actually a really good buff debuff weapon. You know, you're getting AoE physical attack down with AoE physical defense up. That's a pretty good combination. It's going to come in handy for specific content. The problem is it just does not feel it's on the right character. This just feels like a weird weapon to give Yuffie, just a weird build overall. You know, like I said, most people use Yuffie in this game as their primary DPS or a really good secondary DPS, so it just feels weird to give her a weapon like this. The main thing I can really only think about right now is, yeah, you would use her as a full support where both of her weapons are support, you know, just helping the party do more damage, or you know, take less damage. Or you would also could possibly run this weapon in the offhand for your magic builds for Yuffie. So if you ran like her ice, the magic ice weapon that she has, you could run this in the offhand just based on the R abilities here. because you're getting 62 HP with it. So would be great survivability for like harder content, and plus you still get the magic ability potency for a magic build. So yeah, she has what, the magic ice weapon, and she has that magic wind weapon too. So this is not a bad offhand weapon for those type of builds. Or you could just go full on support for Yuffie. But like I said, you know, she's a lot of people don't use her as a support character, so it just feels kind of weird, right? So yeah, 679 magic attacks, pretty good for you know, on the weapon here. But outside of that, it's like not much to say. I feel like it's a pretty easy skip. I'm not sure what type of content this is going to be used for. Maybe for the crash battle right now, because it's definitely not the guild battle, because like I said, the guild battle is going to be focused on physical lightning. And this is magic lightning, and plus the lightning damage is low anyway, so because it's AOE. But so yeah, I don't know. It's a good weapon. I just feel like this is something that you would just wish list eventually. I'm not sure if grabbing the costume just to get this physical attack down 4 tiers is really worth it. Like I said, because it's on Yuffie. How often are you going to be using Yuffie as a support character? It just doesn't feel very often, right? It just, you know, it's going to come in handy for that very specific content. You know, there's going to be a battle or two here and there, hard content, and it's like, oh wow, this actually kicks ass, right? Because the weapon is good. I mean, physical attack down and physical defense up at the same time, you know, that'd be amazing weapon on someone like you know, your main support characters or tanks like Glenn or Barrett or Angeal, Lucia, Kate Sith, right? that's who you think this weapon would go to, but you know, they gave it to Yuffie, so very, very interesting. So yeah, my thoughts on this banner are, yeah, I think it's a very easy skip. I would, yeah, pretty much. You got until May 7th to make a decision, but I think it's an easy skip. This is the 3rd feature banner in a row, so it seems like we're going to have a full month of feature banners, you know, weapons that we can just wishlist later. Like I said, I still think it's a good weapon that you can wishlist later. Like I said, it could be a good offhand weapon for her magic builds, or if you just want to make her into a full support character, which I don't really think you need her costume to do this, you know, to make her into a full support character. You're just getting that extra benefit of having P attack down +4, which might come in handy, like I said, for like 1 or 2 battles, super hard battles, right? But if you don't really even care about crash battles or completing them, then yeah, this is not going to come in handy much at all. So yeah, but anyway, if you do pull on Yuffie, I guess, like I said, good support or sub weapons that you can give her. I mean, it just depends on the battle, right? So like I said, she can do physical attack down, physical defense down, and you can give her Arctic Star to do physical attack up. Or you could do this weapon where you're doing magic attack up with you can grant that buff to someone else, just make her into a full buffer, and then she has a bunch of elemental debuffing weapons like this one that does lightning resist down. So you can just make her into a full support character with an assortment of weapons with her new weapon. Or like I said, if you're running Little Red Wreath or you're running Holiday Bells, this is not a bad offhand weapon if you need the HP and magic ability potency. For, you know, that's a lot of HP, could come in handy for harder content, and it goes with magic ability potency, which will help her do more damage with both of these weapons. So that's the way I kind of see this weapon here. Good offhand weapon for their magic builds, or you can just make her into a full-on support character. So yeah, wish list, I don't know, maybe you could just wish list her magic weapons, or you could wish list her support weapons. It just depends on what you kind of want to build for this Yuffie. But yeah, and you also probably want to wish list for Guild Battle. Wish list Murasame. It's literally the only physical lightning weapon we have, but I assume unless you're a new player, you probably have this OB10 already. Mine is OB10 plus 11, I think. And then you got Kate Sith's weapon. This is a good like support back weapon for lightning builds as well. So yeah, if you have Zenogre Cloud, or not Zenogre Cloud, but a Zenogre Zack as the Monster Hunter lightning weapon, this is a good like support weapon you can put in the back. There's a bunch of other lightning weapons that you can. I think Glenn has one too. What is it? The Shockbuster. Has boost attack, lightning potency. This is just for guild battle, by the way. And then you have Matt. He has this weapon here, broadsword. Does P attack and lightning potency too. So yeah, there's some weapons there that you can wishlist for guild battle specifically, if you care about guild battle. Guild battle is going to be next week. We're also going to have another banner, I assume, tied to it. Not sure what it's going to be, but I assume it's probably going to be something to do with guild battle. Maybe, I don't know. We will see. But anyway, Yuffie, not too crazy about this build. I mean, I think the weapon is great. Like I said, it just feels like it's not on the right character, right? But anyway, that's just my opinion, though. What do y'all think of Yuffie? Are y'all going to pull on this, or are you just going to wait? I assume we're going to get some limited banners probably next month. So for me, I'm just going to be saving for now. I'm sitting around 40k crystals. Hopefully, have a good amount of crystals for next month when I assume limited banners are going to be back on again. We'll see. You know, I don't trust Applebot when it comes to sticking with feature banners for long. They're looking to give you the best bang for buck when it comes to limited banners. You know, the limited banners, as frustrating as they are, they do provide very good weapons. It just sucks because they're limited, right? So you got to pull or miss out. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the banner. Other content going on right now. We have the critical threat Masamune hunt. So this is probably just the first tier battles for this new event. So if you go in here, critical threat Masamune, it's the same thing as like all the other crashes. You get the tickets. For this, we get Lucia. We get a Lucia weapon. It has P attack down, low to mid, HP, magic ability potency. So yeah, just a Lucia weapon. I assume you're gonna get Lucia weapon parts too. If we look at the prizes, so yeah, clear out all these stages, get gotcha tickets, mithril ore, branding things. So yeah, it's pretty much easy to do if you just do your dailies pretty much every day. So yeah, critical threat Masamune. We also got new content for the story. So if you go into First Soldier episode 2, let's let that load up. We'll go into chapter 3. So yeah, just clear all the content in chapter 3. New story, gonna check that out after this video probably. And now we also have the Rufus Showdown Frenzy Battle. We finally got crystals for this. So if you go to the events, you gotta scroll all the way down to the 3rd page. So don't miss this. So go to the events, go all the way down to the 3rd page. You fight the Cactuar, you one-shot it, you get 1,000 crystals. Don't forget to get your free 1,000 crystals. They kind of hid that over there. So yeah, don't forget to do that. New chapter release campaign. So to coincide with the new chapter, go to the campaign. Use all the First Soldier characters at least once per battle. You'll get 10 gotcha tickets for each character. Plus, once you complete the chapter, you will get 100 angel weapon parts. So that's nice. So yeah, that pretty much covers all the content for this new content drop in Ever Crisis. Are y'all going to pull on this Yuffie banner, or are y'all just gonna skip like me and just wait to see what we have in the future? Also, yeah, they're also announcing a live stream, I believe, next week for Japan. So hopefully they announce like a roadmap or something that's going to be coming for next month. I assume it's probably going to be a big event if they're going to have a live stream for it. So look forward to that. I might cover what is covered in that live stream in a different video just to keep y'all informed. So yeah, looking forward to that. And yeah, I think it's going to cover it for this video. So yeah, if y'all enjoy my Ever Crisis content, please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the next one. Later.